yourself.
What is up, y'all? It's your boy JJ Mack, and I'm here to talk about this new episode of Love After Lockup. So much bull crap has happened. We got people smelling dicks, annoying ass moms, people $4,000 in debt because they can't stop buying coffee every day. And we got a couple having sex in the vending machine room at a hotel. I just It's so much to talk about. We're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Make sure you click like, share, subscribe, and all that. And yeah, let's go. All right, so starting things off with our first couple, we got Damond, Gigi, and Bonita. Now I'm just start off by saying I don't know why Damond ever thought it was a good idea to play with Bonita. Her name alone just lets me know she's a force to be reckoned with. But we start the episode off with Bonita smelling his dick because he had been out all night. He was at the strip club and getting his hair braided by Gigi. Then the next day, comes to Bonita's house, and she instantly knew something was up. And as soon as he walks in the house, she's like, "Let me smell your dick." They go in the bathroom. She smells it. She's like, "Why it smell all like soap? Why does it smell so clean?" She's like, "You must have been out doing you know what." And him being a ninja, he just lying like, "Oh, I mean, I just took a shower and I can't be clean. Like, do you want to do something with it?" Bonita's like, "No, I don't want to do nothing with it. I want you to be honest with me." Then they sit on the couch. Bonita, she's honest. She got text messages, receipts. Basically, he lies and says that he was like at 11 o'clock. He was with his mom. But Bonita had a text message where the text thing read like it was noon, and it said that she texted his mom, and she was like, his mom basically was like, he ain't with me. So that was a lie. He got caught in that lie. Then we got him lying about who braided his hair. He said his mom's friend braided his hair when it was really Gigi that braided it. Like I don't know why he think he can play with these women. I don't know why he just won't be honest and tell them like, hey, I want the both of y'all. Now, will they agree to that? Probably not. But I mean, at least give them the option to not want to be with you and be truthful versus just lying and doing all that crap. And then after that, they get into it, they get to arguing. She brings him the cake that she made and destroyed. And she put a bunch of like dicks, dildos on it or whatever. And she ends up taking her ring off and throwing it. And then he picks it up and then he realizes that it's not the same ring that he got her. She actually pawned that and bought a copycat ring and had been using that. So then they get pissed about that, start arguing some more. And then he just storms out and it was just a mess. I just don't get why he's playing these games. I really don't. But a ninja's gonna be a ninja's. Nothing we can do. Our next couple, we have the couple I think might be the most promising, but then again, we know how these couples end up on the show. Cyrus and Dia. Now, we learned something from Cyrus. We learned that Cyrus actually is not ready to get married to her just yet. I mean, granted, he did just get out of prison. And he said, he hasn't really lived with her yet, so he kind of wants to see how that goes. And I'm not gonna lie, I agree. I wouldn't be trying to marry somebody and I don't even know how they live, how they operate. So I was with him on that. And then they have like a, welcoming home party for him. Everybody's there. It's lit. People talking, people chilling, and having shots. And Cyrus, he has two shots, and then Dia's mother thinks the two shots was too many. It's just like, well, I'm like, God damn, like I just I just got out of prison. I can't have a like 2 shots. Like, I don't know. I just feel like the mom, she was being very I get she's protecting her daughter. She's worried. Her daughter's dated an inmate before, which was actually Cyrus's ex cellmate. So I get her concern and I get why she's being overbearing, but it's like, at the end of the day, your daughter's grown. If she want to date an inmate or a former inmate, let her. It's her life. I I mean, may not like it, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. And Dia said herself in the episode that, sometimes you gotta pick between the person you with and your parents, and she picking sides. She's sticking beside her man. So I don't know. But that's pretty much all we got from them this episode. Our next couple we have Kirsten and Brady. And not gonna lie, Kirsten, you really are just starting to lose me. Now, their situation is she picked him up from the halfway house. They got a hotel with her kids and him. He's, playing stepdad. But his baby mom, Corey, was supposed to bring his 2 daughters down to see him. One of the daughters, I forgot which one, ended up having a lithium, something wrong. I hope I said that right. And so she ended up not bringing him. And Kirsten, she makes a whole big deal out of it, which understandable. She's the one paying for everything. She had to pay to drive to go pick him up, pay for the hotel room. She got dinner reservations and all this other stuff for everybody. And now Corey calls the day of and it's basically like, yeah, we're not gonna make it. So I would be pretty pissed off too. But and then she's like complaining to him that she doesn't have much help, but it's like, girl, I mean, you're dating an inmate that just got out and is in a halfway house. Of course, he doesn't have any money and no means to really help you. I mean, you knew that when you started dating him, and then and like she's just complaining, but poor Brady's like, well, I'm the one that I can't see my daughter now, and I haven't seen her since I got out of prison. He literally hasn't seen neither of his daughters in 6 years. And I mean, so if anybody should be really upset, it probably should be him. I mean, yeah, like I said, she's valid with how she feels, but like, I just felt like it was a lot of complaining on her end and a lot of just like, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that when y'all are supposed to be, a unit and he can't pay for anything. So, I mean, to sit there and complain about all the money you spent when he can't help, it's like way to make him feel worse. So I'm sure he already feels bad because he can't see his daughters. And meanwhile, he's here playing stepdad for your kids. So they just, I don't know about them. I don't think they really gonna make it, but I guess we'll just have to keep watching to see. And now we gotta talk about Rich and Felicia. These motherfuckers. Felicia's still upset with Rich because he hasn't given her the proof that he's divorced. When I don't know why she just don't go look the shit up. Quite frankly, I mean it's public record. She can look it up, and then with Rich also, like if you really want to prove to her that you know about her and you don't care about your ex-wife anymore, give her the proof. Like why are you prolonging it? And she's gonna keep asking for it. And then on the previous episode, she had her family ask you. It's a mess. But then we also find out Rich got arrested for possession of weed. And, she's making a big deal out of it. Like, she didn't just get out of jail herself and what have you, what have you. But my whole thing with Felicia is like, why are you so upset with him, not possibly not being fully divorced, even though he claims he is, when you still have tricks from prison that still sends you money. and you're still in communication with. You think he likes that and he's okay with that? Like I just don't get that. Yeah, that's pretty much all that's going on with them. And then she finds out that, he's back in Houston and she plans on, popping up down there. Lord knows for what, but I guess we'll just have to keep watching to see. And then the most chaotic couple, in my opinion, well, yeah, between them, Bonita, Gigi, and Damon, we got Kayleigh and Michael. They just don't need to be together. And honestly, I don't see them being together. Kayleigh, she's a liar. And she's aware she's a liar too. That's the crazy part. She's $42,000 in debt, which she wants to keep putting on him, but you was the one sending him money when you knew you didn't have it like that. So that's kind of your fault. You can't manage your finances. She spends $1,200 a month on coffee. Like for what? Like, I get people love, they morning coffee or whatever, but you could save a lot of money just making it at home. Quite frankly, she was supposed to pay Michael's B&V fees while he was locked up. He had 6,000. She lied and told him she paid it down to 1,000. So all he had to do was just pay 1,000. And yeah, she's just terrible. So they sit down, have this dinner, and he basically confesses to her that he had over $14,000 saved from stocks or whatever, and she didn't know about. And she flips it on him and gets pissed. And then she ends up throwing like her food or drink at him. I think it was food, like salsa at him. And I'm sorry, but how are you gonna get mad at him because he had some money put aside that you didn't know about when you've been lying to him this entire time saying you were gonna pay off his debts, you never paid him. You had money for him you didn't have. And it's crazy. I just yeah, she's delusional and insane, and I just don't get it. And then she storms off and leaves, and she basically left him there with no way to get back to his, halfway house or parole house in time. And I think he had to be there in like 30 minutes, and he was gone. His mom couldn't come get him because she was an hour away, and yeah, they're just a mess. I don't see them lasting like the next 2, 3 episodes, to be honest with you, because I feel like they're too toxic and she's too much of a liar. Like he said, she's literally being just like her mom. And I can't wait to see how their whole relationship unfolds. All right, y'all. That pretty much summed up this week's episode. Next week we have Bonita and Gigi finally meet. I cannot wait. And it looks like Bonita threw like 3, 4 drinks at Damond.
You like him? You like him? You know him? It's not bad, baby. You man? He has.
I cannot wait for that. And then we also have Felicia and her homegirls look like they pulled up on Rich, at home. And yeah, I don't know what they plan on doing. It looked like he was at home talking to a girl, but we just got to tune in and see. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is JJ Mack, and goodbye.